Good evening, otherworldlies. This is Juliana Angel, your Dark Mass Diva. How's everyone doing tonight? Okay, I'm going to get right into it. This is about people who don't listen. Okay, people who don't listen. Basically, this is how it goes. People who don't listen are going to get discarded. Yes. People who don't listen. No one's going to put up with you. People who don't listen. Okay, I'm going to just give some examples. Alright, I'm going to talk about, the show that I moderate for. Ask Nathaniel, the Billionaire Mindset. People get on his show, he gets on, he drops some jewels, okay? He drops some jewels every time he gets on there. You know, a lot of times he plays music. He tells us information and all this kind of stuff. If you disagree with him, don't get on there and try to argue with him. Just listen to what he has to say, okay? Because he's giving information. He's wise, socially intelligent, and he's telling you something. It's his show. Don't argue with him. Don't say stupid stuff. He's really smart. But people, I don't know what's wrong with some people. It's his show. They want to get on there and they want to argue. And it's always stupid stuff, okay? They get on there and they argue with him. And it's disrespectful. So they get on and they argue. Now I'm going to tell you something. I'm not the only moderator on there. So guess what? If you guys don't see me on there, someone else will get rid of you for arguing with him. So you're not out of the woods if you don't see me on there, okay? Everybody on there with a blue wrench, they all have the power to get rid of you. Okay? So if people don't like your attitude, they're gonna boot you out of there. And people don't like that. They don't like when you disrespect him and argue with him. It's not cool. And people are just out of pocket on there, bro. They just get on there and they just argue with him about things he knows about, and he's trying to teach us, okay? It's the billionaire mindset, all right? It's game, okay? And I'm telling you, when it's somebody's show, when it's somebody's platform, you don't go on there trying to teach and have somebody think that they could just come in and argue and insult your intelligence and you know, just throw something back in your face after you try to explain something to somebody. It's just rude. Like, why would you even do that? Come on. And just some of the things, and then when you ask somebody a question about what they just said, and they don't want to give you the information. Well, why? Well, that tells me you're full of it. That you came there today just to argue with somebody. Just to be difficult, just to give somebody a hard time on their own show. Somebody who's not even showing their face. What did you come to do today? To troll. Alright? That's one of the reasons I don't do lives, by the way. Because I get on lives, I get stalkers, and it might be because I'm female. Because I do have a stalker, and I have to keep blocking the dude because he makes new profiles. He comes on other shows that I guest star on, okay? He comes on my fiance's show. He comes on a heavy metal show that I'm on. He's come on Nathaniel's show before to bother me. He's come on different shows. So sometimes I just have to stay off of live shows. So it might be a while before you guys see me on a live show because this dude's a stalker, okay? We have to keep blocking him everywhere I go. This guy is... I don't know what it is, but he's also stalking a famous rock star on another continent. Okay, this dude, I don't know what it is about me. He's just been stalking me for since at least May. Okay, and he just won't leave me alone. But and just he's not so much an argumentative stalker. He just won't leave me alone. But some people just have people that don't want to leave you alone. And they want to argue, and you're like, what is wrong with you? A lot of my memes I put on Facebook, and their information, their, a lot of the things I put on there are gems, and they're not up for debate. They're information. It's like, if you just read them, you can either like them, or think they're funny and agree with them, or love them, or ignore them. If you don't agree with it, you don't have to say anything. All you have to do is just ignore it and act like you didn't see it. Don't say no, or devil's advocate, or whatever. Leave it alone. If you disagree with me or whatever, it's not like I'm not open to debate. Okay? That's my information that's up there. It's my teaching. Okay? So you could either just look at the meme and read it and go, that's very interesting, but I'm not one of those people that wants you to debate with them. It's not up for discussion. You either read it and go, that's very interesting, and you ponder it, or you just ignore it like you didn't see it, okay? I'm not trying to argue with people. Not at my age, okay? I'm not like a combative person. You either agree with it, or you just go on your merry little way, okay? Because it's not something where I just want to chop it up and discuss it and stuff like that. If you don't want to learn from it, that's fine. Just keep it pushing. I'm not open. It's my teaching, so it's not something where you need to dissuade me from it. It's some information I just gave you. You don't argue with information. It's just information. You're not my fact checker. It's something I just told you, and it's not something you need to argue with. If I just told you something, why would you argue with that anyway? And it's really dumb if I already know the answer to something and you're arguing and I happen to know you're wrong. I'm losing respect for you when you do that. So just please stop. When you're arguing with Nathaniel, there's a room full of people in there with blue wrenches. They're going to just kick you off the show. Now, when you come in there, I'm the person, when I see a foreign bozo in there who comes in there with toxic rhetoric from other influencers on there, I recognize the rhetoric right away. I'm the one that gets rid of the people that come in there with the dumb rhetoric. I'm the one that's getting rid of those people, okay? If you're a reg and you start arguing with him about dumb stuff, as soon as he says moderators, that's when I let one of the other moderators who are regs get rid of you. So that's not me. That's one of your peers. So you better stop it. Okay? I'm just in there going, one of them's going to get you, you guys. I'm just waiting. And I'm just betting. I bet so-and-so gets them this time. I'm not the only one in there getting people. Okay? I let other people get people. I'm not the only one in there doing it. I'm in there just getting the toxic rhetoric bozos. That's the ones I'm getting, because I just nip it in the bud as soon as they come in there. I don't want them bothering him. But your peers are getting you, so stop it. Let me talk about when you are in a relationship. Okay, when you are living under the same roof and you're in a love relationship, stop arguing with your partner all the freaking time. And if somebody tells you something, you need to listen. I'm dead serious. Because it's getting to the point nowadays where people are spending more time in the house with the other person. And this is dead serious. If you don't listen to the person you're with, they're going to discard you. They're going to leave you. Because I have done it to a few people now. I have seen other people do it to people. Just because that person will not listen, you'll tell them, you need to stop doing this. And the person does not want to listen. They just want to argue back with them. And it's serious stuff, like, you need to stop making so much noise. You need to let me sleep. You need to not do this. And the person they just don't have any respect for that person. They don't want to let them relax in their own house. They don't want to show them respect. They want to bother them constantly. They just don't want them to have peace in their own house, and they don't want to listen. And active listening. When you're talking to someone, and they're not even listening to you while you're talking to them, and they're just waiting for their turn to talk. Okay, people know when they're not being listened to. You need to listen to someone when you're with them, and you will get left. So I've seen it, and it's like that you can't live under the same roof as somebody. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're legally married or you're whatever with that person, or you're just living with them or whatever. That person will leave you. They'll either kick you out or they're going to leave you. I've done it to people. I don't know if they just thought I wasn't going to do it, but you're at a real disadvantage if you don't want to listen to people when they tell you something. Because some people just know how to be alone and would rather just be at peace without having to deal with someone who's not listening to them. Because if you're not listening, people know when they're not being listened to, because that is a form of extreme disrespect. And some people will not tolerate being disrespected. Here's another thing. If someone tells you something and you immediately just want to argue. Some people will not tolerate argumentative people. I'm one of them. If you want to argue. If there's something wrong with you, if you have some chemical imbalance or something, or you just feel like you need to argue all the time, if there's just something within you where you just don't feel like you can function without this constant chaos and arguing and stuff like that, a lot of people are not going to put up with you. I'm dead serious. There are some people that just absolutely will not deal with that level of nonsense. I mean, I don't know what it is with some people. They just have to have this constant chaos and drama. That they just won't function without chaos. They just can't. They can't do anything without creating an upset. They can't do anything without confusing people. They can't do anything without disagreeing with things people say. I'm not the kind of person that'll put up with that. If you want to disagree or agree to disagree, don't ever say that to me, by the way, or anything like that. I'm not somebody who's going to put up with that. Just really, I just won't. Don't be one of those people that always has to create drama, always has to change plans all the time, always, has to surprise people. Just don't be one of those people that's just creating surprises and drama all the time. Don't be one of those people. People who like to be peaceful are not going to put up with that. There's just a level of, you are not at peace with yourself if you're that kind of person, and you're putting other people through that. Mature people are not going to put up with that. Okay, people who respect themselves are not going to put up with your mess and your nonsense. We're too busy maintaining our peace. And I think a lot of us found that out during the pandemic, when we found ourselves home alone a lot, and we started reevaluating our lives, like, what are we willing to put up with, and what are we willing not to put up with? And I began to look back at all these years of my life, and I'm thinking, I've had a lot of people in my life that like to argue, that like to change plans all the time, that like to pull fast ones on me, that really just like to be difficult. And I'm just not going to tolerate difficult people. they're going to get kicked out of my life if they, pull any crap on me, and people really just aren't going to get second chances with me. I'm really just at that age, I'm just older now. People aren't really going to get away with a whole lot with me now. It's just at that point where you're getting around these negative, toxic people that want to argue with you all the time, and it doesn't matter who's right and who's wrong. You just need to stop arguing. And if it's this, if you can't sit down and discuss something, or you don't know how to bring something up without just being this constant battle for domination and that sort of thing, and you can't discuss something, and you can't come to any kind of agreement. If you're one of those people who has to play devil's advocate all the time, and that don't come to my life. Don't be that kind of person. Don't be an annoying person like that. I really don't be that person, please. I don't know. I understand that not everybody is socially intelligent, but just in the stage of the game, just please don't be that annoying. I'm tired of irritating people. I like peace at my house. I don't like arguing and just people thinking that things are up for a debate and arguing with me about stuff that's actually too personal for them to be arguing with me about. It's like, why are you disagreeing with a fact that I just stated that's actually a personal fact? Where's that coming from, bro? Seriously. If you're finding that people have difficult personalities, you can get rid of these people. I mean, if you're forced to be around them because of work or whatever, but if you have too many people in your life, too many personal people in your life like that, why don't you get rid of them and find people who are not like that? Because if you're finding that you have too many personal people in your life like that, you're choosing those people and you think it's normal. It's not. Okay, it means you're putting up with it too much. And you're supposed to be discarding these people. You're not supposed to be rewarding them with your company. They need to learn that it's not okay for them to act like that. They really, it's not okay. I mean, there's too much togetherness now. There's too much, we can't really escape them now without just going, you know what, you need to just leave me alone. I think a lot of people are just forgetting how to behave, and they just need to be shown. But it starts with us just not putting up with it, and people that refuse to respect other people, don't think you can fix them. Sometimes you just need to get rid of them. They need to be shown the door, or you need to walk out the door. Whatever needs to happen, you need to get away, or you need to get them away. So, yeah, but people who are difficult, you will be discarded. Seriously, no one really wants to be around that. No one's really going to, you're not going to end up the winner here. Okay, difficult people. I know you think you're going to be obnoxious, and you're going to win because you're obnoxious, and you're going to wear people down because you're obnoxious, but not around here. I know all you difficult people that have been in my life. I know you thought that you were going to get your way with me and stuff like that, but where are you now? Not with me, right? So, no. So, and people who think you can argue with me, it's not okay. If I state something, it was a lesson. It didn't mean you can argue with me. Okay, my memes and all my other things, that's It's information. You know, it wasn't anything for you to take personally. It was information. It was probably something that had to do with me. But, and hopefully my information is something you can use. That's why I'm here. So, anyway, I hope everybody is learning to get along with everybody and treat everybody with respect. So, that's all I have to say about that. And, this is Juliana Angel, Otherworldlies. I love you all. Good night.